Hey guys, Philip Liebel here with Primitive Wilderness Survival, and today I want to show you one of the easiest and most versatile ways that you can string your bow up. So this is the way the Cherokee string their bows. You can see I have a loop on one end, and on the other end we're going to be tied off there. Now the great thing about this, and there's a lot of reasons I think they did this, but for one, if we're thinking in terms of primitive living, you know, they spend a lot of time and a lot of energy making these bowstrings out of sinew, rawhide, stuff like that. So, you know, if you wouldn't want to make a ton of different bowstrings, different lengths, stuff like that, in my opinion, you'd want to have one that's a little more versatile, a little more universal, that you can switch between bows. So, you know, you're getting ready for a big hunt, your bow breaks, you have your backup bow, you can just take that string, switch it out. And this allows you to do exactly that. So we're going to showcase that really quickly. I have this string on a 44 inch Cherokee style Osage bow. Okay, but right here I have a 45 inch elm bow. A little fancier. It has some bison rawhide on the back, a little tufted bison hair, some artwork. So these are two different length bows. One's about 45 inches, one's probably 43, looks like. So I don't have a string for this bow right now, okay? I have a new dog that has been chewing on everything, including my bowstring. So another great example of why this is really great, because, you know, if I'm getting ready for opening day of deer season and I wake up and I go to get my favorite hunting bow and the string is chewed into by our new dog that my wife just had to have. You know, instead of being up creek without a paddle, now I have a backup string, and you don't have to have a backup string specifically for this bow that's just sitting on the shelf waiting. I have a string that I can use on other bows, and now it's kind of transferable. So we're gonna take this string off. So this video is really geared towards some people that have bought some bows from me. They've noticed that the strings are a little different than what they're probably used to. So I want to show them kind of why I do this method. But if you already have a bow and you want to start making your own strings, or your string broke and you don't feel like buying strings off Amazon, this is just another method you can do without having to make it really difficult with the loops. So you just have a loop on one end, and then this other side is kind of open-ended. I normally make it a little bit long, that way I have a lot of versatility. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna slide this over the top side of the other bow, and I'm gonna go about a hand length down. Okay, then I'm gonna pull it fairly tight down to the other side, and I'm just going to hold that string in place. So once we get down here, I'm going to go around this knock. Okay, so I went around the knock, and I'm going to go back under this string. Okay, so I go around and under. So you can see it's under the string. And now I'm gonna pull back the opposite direction. So hopefully, let me get it in close where you can see that. So I went under the string, and now I'm gonna come back the opposite direction and try to line that up right in the middle. So I'm gonna pull back this way. I'm gonna go around. And you can go around one time on the outside of the string if you want. I wouldn't wrap all the way down the outside, because what you're doing is shortening the length from the handle to the knock, okay? So one thing you can do is when you go around, go back under this string, and now you're tying this into place, but you're not actually shortening that at all, okay? It's still tied out to the knock. Okay, so I went around, I went back the opposite direction, and then I'm just going under this string a few times, and I'll clean that up, tighten that down. And this last time around, on this last loop, I'm going to go under the last string. So just a simple knot right there to finish it off. So hopefully you can see that. I went under the string, came back the opposite way, wrapped 2 or 3 times. Okay, and then on the last one, I just finished that off with a knot. Now we're gonna pull this really tight. Okay, and that's gonna tie that into place and make sure that that string isn't going anywhere. So now it's tied off on that end. We're gonna leave that tied off all the time. And all we're gonna do is slide this top loop up over this knock, and we get done hunting, we can take that back off. So we'll string this up. It's kind of hard to do sitting down here. Okay, so we have our loop on this side, tied off on this side, and now you're ready to hunt. I'm gonna go around the knock. Okay, and now I'm gonna take this under the string. I'm gonna pull back this way, and I might go around that string one time just to kind of lock it in place, so you can see how that is. Now it's locked into place, so now when I come back, I'm gonna go under the string just so I don't tie this string down any further down that limb than I already have. So the next couple wraps, I'll go under that string and I'll pull that tight. So I'm gonna pull that tight and clean this up as I go. And then this last time around, this is just gonna go under that last wrap. Okay, it's my last wrap. Pull that string under, tighten it down nice and tight. I'm gonna pull this string and make sure that it stays where I want it, right in the middle. Okay, and you're good to go.